What's up, my favorite YouTube viewers? Today we are going to check out Tree of Savior. So the Tree of Savior early access started today and we dove right into the game and we're going to tell you all about it. So in this video we're going to create a character, we're going to check out the character customization at the start, which is honestly not a lot, and we're going to show you some basic gameplay, the cash shop. We're going to explain how things work in Tree of Savior. So let's get right to it. So these are all the hairstyles, as you can see. And apparently you can also select your starting cities. So we only, Femke and I both chose Klaipeda instead of Orcha. I'm not sure what happens if you start at the other town, but that's maybe for another video. So I chose the Archer class, and Femke will be a warrior. So there are only 4 classes in Tree of Savior: the Archer, the Warrior, the Mage, and the Cleric. Now this might not seem like a lot, but Tree of Savior has a very interesting class changing system, which basically means there are over 80 different classes in the game. But we'll talk more about that later. So Tree of Savior is, at least the start of the game, is mostly based on quests. So you do your quests, you level up, you're not really grinding a lot, you're just mostly doing quests. However, as I saw on the forums and what the developers announced, is that you will actually, later on, the more areas will open up, and you won't have to follow the quest to level up. You can basically grind all the quests, whatever you like. So right now my character starts with 4 different skills. So most of the time when you learn a new job or do your job advancement, you will get 4 new skills. However, this depends though. Also there are of course achievements, there are character settings, there are stats that you can do. You can even type in a welcomes message. I'm not quite sure when people will see that, but that's whatever. There are a lot of stats you can see right there. And of course there also is the adventure journal. The adventure journal is something else. I didn't try to check that. Like it shows how many monsters you've defeated, stuff like that. I think I'm not quite sure. I didn't check it that good, to be honest. And we also got this compensation because apparently the servers were down for like some time. And of course my Tree of Savior pre-purchase rewards, which basically includes 160 cash currency. So NPCs with yellow flag actually have a quest for you, and there are different quests. There are also blue flags, which are like non-linear quests, so you don't have to follow it, but the blue quest at least. But you will, if you do so, you will get like some extra rewards, find a boss monster, stuff like that, and it's pretty fun. So talking about the classes, there are over 80 classes. So what happens is that your character has like a character, you get character EXP and class EXP. So you have 2 different EXP bars that you can fill up. And basically what will happen is when your class level reaches level 15, like every 15 levels, you will be able to advance to another circle. And this circle is basically a job advancement, but it can also be something else. Like for example, you can become an archer, you can take the second job archer, like which will be 2 different classes. Like I'm just making this up because I don't know them from my head, like bowmaster and crossbowman, whatever. But you can also be like Archer 2, Archer Circle 2 or Archer Circle 3, which basically means that you will enhance like your basic skills, plus you will be able to learn like 1 more new skill, and you will be able to apply 50 more points to that job tree. So that's pretty interesting. So as an Archer I have actually no clue what I have to max. I presume Dex and Strength a bit, so I'm just putting points in there. I have no clue what I'm doing, but that's okay. I'll probably mess up my first character anyway. Also what's pretty interesting is that all skills cost, you see the blue bar at the top of my character? That's like SP or mana, not quite, I think it's SP for my class at least. I think mages have mana. But you have SP, and basically that means that you can't spam your skills indefinitely. And it also recovers like really slow. So sometimes you'll find this weird tree looking tree with a crystal, that's what I think it is, in the map, and if you defeat it, you will get like increased recovery or recover a small bit of your SP. So you can't really spam your skills. You have to use these potions. On my W there's this blue potion, which basically you have to use to keep spamming your skills. So right now we're just fighting this awesome golem monster while the NPCs are running away like the pussies that they are. So it's quite interesting. So the game is like open world. It's like you can see each other. However, every time you enter like this boss monster fight, it completely changes into an instance like right away. So instead of like people can't see me and Femke fighting this boss, and they can't join either. Only you and your party can actually join this fight. So that's pretty cool actually. So what I also heard is that there won't be a lot of dungeons. Like there will be some dungeons, but it won't be the main focus of the game at least. However, and there's also PvP of course, but we're totally not going to check that out because I'm like, What am I, level 4 right now? I think it will be level 11 at the end of this video. And yeah, we didn't have the time to check it out yet. Yeah, so your items have potential and durability. However, I'm not quite sure what the potential is yet, but we'll find out later anyway. But yeah, also you can sit on stuff and you will recover faster your HP and your SP. So that's also pretty interesting. So when you quest, you actually get these EXP cards, which give like a lot of EXP for both your class and for your level. As you can see right now, I'm just leveling up like crazy, which is super useful. So we're just gonna put some more points in our stats, like we have no clue what's going on. What I also like is that you can actually very clearly see like what will happen if you put these points in these if you put points in these skills. Like what will happen to this to your stats, actually pretty nicely explained. I liked it a lot. So for my 4 skills, I have like Swift Step, which is a small buff, which will like increase my dodge and my walking speed, but will decrease my defense by a bit. And right now I have all 4 skills. And as you can see, there's a hotbar at the bottom where you can select, where you can put your skills. There are more. You can also put them on 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you like. What I did find kind of like you have to get used to it was the UI. Because like you don't press I to open your inventory, it's like everything is on the F button, so F1, F2, F3, F4, blah blah. So that takes some getting used to, because I was like, oh, I have to open my inventory, press I. Oh no, wait, I have to use like F2 or something like that. Also, for the people with the really sharp eyes, you might think like, wow, this game looks a lot like Ragnarok Online. Well, actually, I believe like one of the head designers or something is the co-creator of this game, so that's why it's basically guys, this is Ragnarok 2, Ragnarok Online 2. And I'm talking about the one we don't, Ragnarok 2, the one we don't speak about, you know, like the really bad Ragnarok 2. Now this is actually a pretty decent, pretty solid game from what I can tell. I mean, there's so many classes, a lot of stuff to do, and it looks quite fun so far. So, but anyway, we're going to fight this awesome giant stone turtle boss. As you can see, I spam too much of my skills while hunting, so now I have to actually use a potion before I can actually attack. And I got a new skill as well, which basically allows me to aim. And I did some reading up on the classes and stuff like that, and apparently this archer class can like advance, so he can get like going kind of near at one point. He can set traps, he can tame. So I was like, yeah, this was like a fun class. And of course, also there are hidden treasure chests that can be found like at secret places in the map, and you will just get a nice drop from it. Nothing too spectacular though, but hey, it's fun. Also, there are spawn points, like saving points, that you can unlock by worshipping at different statues. So now that I have worshipped at the statue, I can actually spawn, I can teleport to this statue basically, which is like a nice shortcut because some of the maps are pretty big. So what I've seen so far is that the beginning of the game is pretty linear. Like there aren't a lot of training spots for low level. You just go through this area to go to the next area. It's all pretty straightforward. But that's okay so far. I mean, I'm quite sure that the game will diverse a bit more once you reach higher level, of course. So now let's talk about something interesting. I found the cash shop. So you can buy EXP, tomes, tokens, skill reset potions, the usual. But keep in mind that it's not quite clear yet how much 1 TP will cost. So right now I got 160 TP for 10 euro for starting early access. So it's like 1 euro is 16 TP, I suppose. Which is okay. You can buy warp scrolls, enhancement scrolls. I'm not quite sure what enchant scrolls. Sorry, not enhancement, enchant scrolls. Enchant scrolls. Thank you. I had to find the correct pronunciation. And something else that was quite interesting was the hairstyles. Now this might look okay. I mean, there are male hairstyles, there are female hairstyles, but it's interesting, guys. Take a note at the price of the male hairstyles, the premium hairstyles though. They are 119. The female ones are more expensive. So I'm not quite sure why the female hairstyles are like more expensive than the male ones. But yeah, that's pretty weird. However, the cash shop so far seems pretty okay, except for that weird pricing of female hairstyles. There are only 6 outfits though, and they're class bound as well. So you can look as one of the classes, I suppose, like a paladin, follower, or archer circle 3 costume, and they look pretty cool. Not that much yet, but hey, the game just got released in early access, so I'm pretty sure they will add tons of cash shop items later. So that's Tree of Savior, guys. So I was wondering, would you guys like to see some videos of this game? Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.